Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
All right, everybody, welcome into A Reel and a Beer. Thank you, Jesus Christ. We are back up and running. We've taken 2.5 months off. I actually have a spin-off channel called Average Joe Sports Talk, which we've been putting heavy work into. And now we are back in the saddle with A Reel and a Beer. Thank the Lord. People are back up filming. Disney's back up filming. We have several things with WandaVision, The Winter Soldier and Falcon coming back out, Black Widow's release. We also have a lot of things coming with DC that we're really interested in. The Zack Snyder release and the Justice League. But this right here may be the most anticipated trailer reaction that we're going to do. It's The Mandalorian 2. With the positive response we have with The Mandalorian 1, we are super excited about The Mandalorian 2. You're probably watching this video wondering who this young lady is right here to the right of me. This is Tara Blanchard. You can at her at, on what, Twitter?
Blanche 0421.
Yeah, so she's a part of my other channel. She wants to sit on this because you're going to see a true trailer reaction. She's never even seen a Star Wars movie one ever. So we have somebody who is just as raw as you possibly could be when it comes to Star Wars in general, watching Season 2 Mandalorian trailer. And if you want to talk about seeing a true trailer reaction, that's what we're about to see right here. So,
okay,
go ahead.
The Mandalorian, it's not a movie?
Mandalorian is a series on Disney. So,
and
if
what's
you watch,
this stick do?
it lights up. If
Okay.
you hit this button right here. If you was technically holding that stick, as you call it, your hand would be sliced off right now. But so you hold it, yeah, right there. So hold on to that stick.
Okay.
Let me turn this off. I don't want you to cut yourself. All right. So now, with that being said, we're about to get started. Do you have any questions before we get started? You can put it down.
Okay.
Down. We're drinking Moscow Mules, so it adds to our enhancement of the trailer reaction right here. So we can do that on this channel. So cheers.
Cheers.
Mandalorian 2. Let's do this.
Why does it have a hole in the bottom of it?
It got damaged in battle.
That Lucas
Show me the
looks
one
like Duluth
safety
trading.
deemed such destruction. You must reunite it with its own kind.
Where?
This you must determine. The songs of eons past.
Look how
Battles between
cute!
Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
Oh shit!
You expect me to search the galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers?
Yes.
Enemy sorcerers. So he's calling Jedi's sorcerers.
This is the way.
Enemy sorcerers.
You know this is no place for a child. Wherever I go, he goes. So I've heard.
This is about to get ugly. Yes, sir. Look at that. Look at that.
This is the way.
Please. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. Trailer reactions. I know you're probably wondering what in the hell's going on. I know you was excited when you seen what we call Baby Yoda, right?
Baby Yoda.
Okay.
So it's this. I know, like, I have a cousin who was very, very into Star Wars. My ex-husband was very into Star Wars. So I know that there's the lizard,
Lizard.
the
This is gonna be epic.
Jar Jar Binks. The lizard.
Yeah, this has
the
nothing
topless
to do with
lizard.
him.
Okay. And then I know that there's the Harry, yeah, that one. And Yoda, he's
You know
old.
Yoda.
He's old because he speaks inverted. And I had a history teacher that used to like say things like Yoda.
To make fun of you guys who messed up on the English language, probably.
Quite possibly. he was the same one that when you'd like, can I go to the bathroom? He'd be like, I don't know, can you?
Can you go to the bathroom?
So, and then, like, Luke Skywalker banged his sister, right?
No.
Oh.
You're getting close, though. You're in the ballpark of what's going on.
Like,
Okay,
Star Wars.
Let me
porn.
explain what's going on here. There was a really famous character in the original Star Wars 3 that came out. And it's very confusing because it was actually episode 4, 5, and 6. His name was Boba Fett. Okay. Boba Fett was a Mandalorian descendant, right? So this series here is a spin-off of something that happened before any of the Star Wars took place.
Okay, so
This is before the ones that came out in the 70s and the ones that came out in the 90s.
now wasn't that, like, I feel like I read something like the Star Wars, like, they came out backwards, right?
Yeah, they come out 4, 5, 6, and then they went 1, 2, and 3, and then they just finished them last year with 7, 8, and 9.
So is this going to be the last? Like, is this like...
No, they're just going to keep like doing either prequels or before stuff or stuff after. They're going to keep just rolling them with different series like spinoffs.
So you have to have an IQ above like 30.
Not really. If you've watched them, if you've watched the movies, you would know what's going on here. So what you're seeing right here is that Baby Yoda. The Mandalorian was the main character in this, and the first series was unbelievable. It brought in the true Star Wars feel. You know, a lot of people complained about they had taken Star Wars and turned it liberal. These last 3, it had a true Star Wars base, and then the beautiful part about it was the purists liked it because of that aspect. Also, the New Age people liked it because the graphics and sound effects and stuff was second to none. And then you got a series, so it's not like you go to a movie for 2.5 hours, it's over, then you wait another 4 years for something. No, you got something the next time a series wrote out, right? The next episode. So people were just ate the Mandalorian up. Well, now you're seeing the world kind of like a la Cobra Kai. You're seeing the world through the eyes of the quote unquote bad guy. So Mandalorian's technically a bad guy in the first series, but now it's flip flopped and you're seeing it through his eyes. So the Jedi are known universal as great people, keepers of peace, but he just said, you want me to deliver this baby to a bunch of enemy sorcerers, which means they can do magic, and they're and that the lightsaber you're holding, that's what they use to kill people, the Jedis, but they use it to kill bad people. So he's like, you want me to deliver this child to a bunch of enemy sorcerers? He's like, I don't think so. So you're seeing it through the quote unquote bad guy's eyes. So that's what makes Mandalorian special.
So that really is, like, that's not Yoda's love child.
We don't know exactly who he is yet, but he's the same species. We don't know if he's definitely not Yoda, but we don't know if he's a descendant of Yoda or if he's involved with Yoda somehow. We just know he's the same species. We also know he has some sort of powers, because in the first series we seen he had powers, like the sorcerer magic that they were talking about.
Okay, so who is, like, I remember when I was in, I want to say elementary school, there's a red and black face person.
That's Darth Maul. He was what you would say is a true bad guy. He was trying to kill the Jedis. He was trying to kill a Jedi. Yeah, so he was a really, really bad guy.
And Darth Vader
Who
is...
happens to be my favorite character of all time.
Shocker.
Shock. Misty knows. My wife says she's over there behind the cameras laughing right now because she knows. This is another truly bad guy, supposedly. Turns out to be a good guy in the end, but not ever watching Star Wars and you see something like that. Are you intrigued by it, or do you think it's weird, or are you like, I want to see what's going on here?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel like I have fallen into the, like, I binge watched Desperate Housewives. Like, I'm rewatching it for, like, my 10th time. And I like that it all, like, this is the beginning and this is the end. And sometimes we flash back to explain a little hole in the plot. I don't know. Like, I can't just, like, I feel like it would take up, like, at this point, I feel like I've missed so much that it would take up so much of my life just to be
I honestly
relatively
think
current.
if you watch The Mandalorian Season 1, every bit of what you're seeing right now will make sense because you're watching it through his eyes. After you watch
And then-
that season and then say this new season when it drops, you could go watch Star Wars and you'd be like, okay, I know what that is and what that is and what that is, but you would be seeing it through quote unquote the good people's eyes.
You
That's
know,
basically what it is.
my kid calls it Star Wars.
Star what?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. That's hilarious.
She's 5, but like she has the socks.
Star Wars.
So she'll put her socks on for school in the morning and she's like, Mommy, I'm putting on my Star Wars socks. And I'm like, don't tell people that. And
You
that's
gotta
all
keep
I
that
really
information
know.
hidden.
Yeah, and like for Valentine's Day last year, she wanted the shirt with the
Chewbacca.
yeah. She wanted it, and it said "I choose you." Oh, that makes so much more sense now. Yeah. So I mean, like
We gotta show her the road
she's on
downstairs.
board. So I mean, I guess I have to be on board if Madden's on board.
I'm telling you, if you ever watch it, I know it sounds like crazy, insane, and it is. I mean, if you just sit back and think, we're talking about a walking carpet that's talking and a little green guy, but if you ever watch it with an open mind and you let it get a little bit of a hook sunk in, it'll change your life, man. It's opened my, there would be no Marvel, there would be no Captain America movie, there would be no Iron Man, none of that if there wasn't a Star Wars first. I'm telling you that right now. They opened the doors for all of these new age movies. There would be no Terminator. There would be none of that had Star Wars not come out first.
I have real bad news.
Go ahead. You never watched those either?
Not a one.
Good thing you're joining me right now. So, but hey, we do trailer reactions on everything. But we don't want to talk everybody's heads off on these. We try to keep these 10 to 15 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this one off. And it's great to be back in the saddle. I'm super excited. She'll be excited once she sees it. She's got to watch the first episode or two. Let that hook sink in naturally.
Y'all slay me.
That Star Wars hook will sink in naturally. It feels so good to be back in the saddle with a reel and a beer. We are out.